Hey yo, what is up you guys? It is Kyra here, and today I'm coming at you with a totally different video. I know this has nothing to do with gaming, so if you guys are a regular subscriber and came here to see gaming content, leave. Unless if you like graphics, because this is a new promotional video kind of thing that I'm doing for my graphics channel. And I know I did one of these a while ago, but I never really did anything with the graphics channel. I'm planning on doing a thing called Tutorial Tuesdays, where I teach you guys how to make some really cool stuff in Photoshop, Cinema 4D, and I may even throw a little bit of editing and After Effects in there. I don't really know what's going to go down. All I know is that every Tuesday there's going to be a tutorial to do something cool graphics-wise on there. And I figured I'd upload the first video of this series on this channel to get the word out there and get a little bit more promotion, because this channel has like 2K and my graphics art channel has like 35 subscribers. So yeah, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make these really cool faucet, whatever you want to call them, type things in Cinema 4D. And I've gone for a symmetrical one, and I'll teach you guys how to make a symmetrical one in this video because they tend to be a little bit more tricky. If you guys don't want to make a symmetrical one, you guys will see it's super simple, and in fact even involves less steps than making a symmetrical one like this. But actually what you have to do to make a symmetrical one is save it as two different image files, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So pretty much what I did is I saved the background, like this sphere thing right here. I really wanted the sphere effect, so then what I had to do is I had to save the sphere as a picture, which was right, if it would load, that's just that right there. And then I saved the background part as that, and then mirrored it across in Photoshop. And of course you guys will need Photoshop for this, and I prefer that you guys have some sort of color corrections or stuff like that, because it may not always look exactly the same, and it really helps if you know how to use Photoshop as well, just because it can be a little bit tricky. But yeah, now that I've done enough talking, go ahead and open up Cinema 4D. Oh yeah, really quick, right before I get into this, I want to show you guys what it does look like. This is just what it'll look like in Cinema 4D. But I'm going to go ahead and make a new file, and I'm actually going to open up my Lightroom. I really suggest you guys have a really nice Lightroom for this. If you guys don't have one or don't know how to make one, just go ahead and like find one from some video or something, because they're giving away all the time on YouTube. So what you guys first of all want to do is figure out like what kind of shape you want. If you want like a crazy shape, I'm gonna go ahead and use a platonic, just because this is a little bit like, I suggest using, I don't really know what I'm saying here. I suggest using either a cube, a pyramid, or a platonic, and you guys will see why here in a second. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scale this up a little bit. Okay, now go ahead and go into the platonic or whatever you're using and change the segments. Don't go too crazy with it though, because then it'll be like way too like, you guys will just see what I mean here in a sec. Then what you guys want to go into this tab right here, I don't know really what it's called. I'm not really good at the whole tutorial thing, apologize. But then go ahead and make that a child of the platonic. Then what you guys want to do is you want to come into here, go into shading, and then choose a surface. Like you guys can do cloud, and really quick, I'm going to change something. You guys want to come into the object and change the height. This pretty much shows how much it deforms it by. And cloud's a good one, rust is a good one, noise is a really good one, like right here is rust. But I prefer noise, honestly. And you see, it just creates something like that. You can adjust it, you can change the strength of it, you can do a bunch of stuff. And you can also come into the platonic and change stuff, and that will also completely change the whole thing. That looks really cool, doesn't it? But yeah, so like this is if like you want like a single form abstract thing in the middle. But if you guys want to go for more symmetrical, I suggest you guys use cubes and pyramids. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in a pyramid and just delete that. Let's go ahead and center this. You guys will see what I mean. The pyramids are a little bit more controllable about the shape, and like you can keep it in a triangular shape more easily. I don't know, I'm kind of messing up on my words here. I'm just gonna give it a few segments for right now. Go into the shading, and don't do that. Go ahead and let's use galaxy, why not? So you see the triangles create like a really cool symmetrical shape most of the time, or the pyramid, or as close as you can get to symmetrical. And like it's not just for the galaxy shader. Like here, let's do noise. Noise is a little bit less, like noise really isn't for symmetry, it's more for like abstract stuff like this. Yeah, just go ahead and mess around with it until you get something that you like, and that's what I'm gonna do now, because I want to find something that I can make into a really cool symmetrical shape on both sides. So yeah. Okay, so I think I can do something with this shape, so I'm just going to go ahead and rotate it. Ooh, yes, this is going to look nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move that back because I don't want it to be that large. Okay, right there. Okay. So now that we got that, you guys, here, I'll do a quick little runner for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like. It doesn't really look like this, now does it? Now what you guys are going to want to do is you guys are going to create a new material. what you guys want to do is go ahead and just edit that material, turn off color, and turn on transparency. Then what you guys want to go ahead and do is add a little bit of refraction. So you guys have a nice circle, and then go ahead and put a gradient on this material. And let's go ahead and choose whatever 2 colors you want. And you know what? We already did an orange one, so let's do a blue one. So go ahead and do that, and then let's do that. Okay, so now what you guys want to do is just go ahead and apply this to your pyramid, and now watch what happens when we render it out. You have that nice, cool, clean-looking, crisp, just ultimately sexy blue lighting effect on here. And if you want to go ahead and change how, like you guys saw how that was really thick. If you guys want to go ahead and change that, what you can actually do is you can take the gradient off the transparency layer, add it to the color layer. So I'm just going to remake that gradient right now. It's really quick. I want it to be a little bit lighter blue too. Like that dark blue was a little bit too dark for me. That's ultimately good. Okay, and then what you guys want to do is just go ahead and turn that into transparency a little bit if you want to. And this will give it a little bit more thicker, but like lighter tone to it. You guys see what I mean? It's like not as like rich, I guess you guys could say. And I really like how that's looking, so I'm probably going to leave that like that. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks really nice. So now I'm just going to go ahead and rotate it a little bit. And so pretty much if you guys want to make a symmetrical one like I had on my desktop, what you guys want to do is you're just going to want to make half of the whole shape. And pretty much the reason for that is if you guys, like here, hold on, wait, I'll show you. If you guys take this and copy it and then rotate it across, it's not the same on the back side. So they do look similar, yes, but they are not identical. And that's pretty much why you're only going to make half the shape and you're just going to mirror it across. So, I'm actually gonna mess with this a little bit more because I'm not 100% sold on this whole shape that I got going on here. Oh yes, I'm liking that a whole lot more. So now actually I want to line this to the left, maybe rotate it a little bit more. Yes, I already see it now. And you guys are gonna have to use a little bit of like, I don't know what it's called, where like you use your imagination a little bit because this may not look that sweet right now, and I'm actually going to have to fix that right there because I'm not liking how that's looking. Actually, no, never mind. That looks sweet how it is. Yeah, you're going to use like a little bit of imagination to figure out what you want because it's not going to look amazing right away. You're going to have to do a little bit of messing around with it. And I really like this kind of style where there's something in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that style for this one. And actually how I did that is with like the spear, you see how it has like a nice like ring dome effect or whatever you want to call it. What you do is you go ahead and just make a spear. And what you guys want to do is just make a brand new material, add a transparency, and just turn the refraction up to 1.1. So let's go ahead and do that right now, 1.1. So what you guys do is just go ahead and apply that. Now what you guys are going to want to do is make another sphere. And actually, I'm going to adjust the size of this really quick. Cause I'm going to want it to be about that big, yes. And then what you guys want to do is make another sphere, and then just change the size of that to that, and then watch what happens when we render this out. Gives it that nice bubble look, ring effect, whatever you want to call it. However, there is a little piece, like this is the problem. This is why you can't have like all in the same like layer. Because you know how I said I made it 2 different layers? Because this sphere has refraction on it, it picks up from this and then sends it all around the sphere and it just doesn't look right. So here, watch what happens when I just go ahead and turn this off really quick. See, it doesn't have the blue lines anywhere or anything like that. And then once we add something inside of there, it'll actually look better as well. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and where is it visible on render on? So now what we're going to do really quick before I do anything else is I'm going to make a cube. I'm just going to scale it way up because, yes, we'll see in a sec. This is going to be like just, as you guys can see, I just have a white background. And then what we're going to do to that white background is either keep it or just completely scrap it in Photoshop, which is not hard at all. Because when you add the white background, see, now the sphere looks really good. And the blue thing will too here. Wait, I'll just turn that on really quick as well. I know it'll mess with the thing, but you know what? Whatever. Oh. I turned something off. Hold up. Actually, I kind of like how that looks with that in there. I might... No, I'm not going to leave it in there. Yes, you know, we're just going to leave this white room because it makes everything just look a little bit better. Just because they're all transparent objects and the white just gives it a nice effect. You guys could make it black. I wouldn't suggest that, though, especially for the sphere. Like, you could render... Here, I'll show you what you guys could do. You guys could just make a... what calls it? Black material. Let's just do that really quick. Use color off. But the sphere would not show up, or it would be very, very... Actually, I don't know what it would do. I'm going to check that out really quick. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, see, it's a very dark sphere. So what you guys could do is render out, like, see how this made it, this part a little bit darker. So if you want that to be dark, but then have like a nice bright white sphere, what you guys could do is render it out in 2 different ones. So for instance, what you guys would do is you would turn off the spheres just by coming into here, invisible, and render off. Then what you guys would do is you'd render this, and then you turn them on again, and then just delete this and render it out. But I'm going to leave it all white just because I really like how that looks. Now, I don't know if I want to add anything else because I feel like this would look sweet on its own. But we're going to add something inside the sphere for sure, so let's do that right now. If you guys are going to do like a sphere or something centered object, I really suggest you guys use a platonic. And just go ahead and turn up the segments like I said before, and use the displacer. And yeah, I'm going to mess with that for a little bit. I'll be right back. That actually looks really clean right there. I can't tell if that's actually see-through in the middle or not. Ooh, it is. This is actually going to look sweet. So now, you guys really don't want to apply one of these to the platonic because watch what happens. Let's go ahead and apply that really quick. Actually, that looks not half bad. The last time that I did this, it like reflected all around in the sphere, and it didn't look good. That actually looks really cool. I might make this one my new desktop background, so this is going to turn out sweet. So yeah, after you guys have everything that you want, I'm pretty sure this is all that I want. I might want to add something in the background after I get it in Photoshop. I don't really know. But after you guys have everything that you want, if you guys are making symmetrical one, like I am here, what you guys want to do is you're just going to save, here, wait, really quick, I'm going to save this as the full tut faucet. I'm just going to save that. Now what you guys want to do is you guys are going to want to turn off one of the 2 things, whether it's the thing in the background or the sphere in the middle. So what you guys are going to do is you're just going to turn off and render, and now you guys, when you guys render this out, the sphere is gone and it's just that. So what you guys want to do is just save this as, I'm just going to save it as full faucet instead of full though. I'm going to save it as body because I don't know, I just consider that the body, the background objects, whatever. What you guys want to do is you guys want to come back in here and turn these back on, and then turn off the background, body, whatever you want to call it, and then just render it out really quick to make sure that it is in fact gone. Yep, it's not there, so we're going to save this as sphere. Then you guys are just going to come into your render settings and make sure that you save what you calls it, sphere. Save that there, and then just go ahead and render this one out, and then do the same for the body, quote unquote. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to add, where I said you could edit out the white background in Photoshop, you could also do this, which I actually suggest. What you guys want to do is just right click on the cube, go to Cinema 4D tags, and then go to, where is it, compositing tag, and then scene by camera, turn that off. So it basically what this does is it makes it seen by all the other objects, so it'll still give you that enlightened white background or fill in the transparent objects, but it won't actually show up in the final render. So yeah, after that what you guys want to do is just go into your render settings and render it out. Sorry about that. Alright, so as you guys can see, I don't know why I said ass so weird, I got the body PNG and then the faucet sphere PNG, and as you guys can see, it still has the white background. Like I said, if you guys use that compositing tag, you won't have to worry about the background being there. So I've taken the liberty of opening up Photoshop, and I actually suggest you guys have some sort of packs, like I said, with color correction. If you guys don't have one, mine's available for purchase down below. I just can't talk today, you guys, and I apologize. $10, and it's actually a really nice pack. Not trying to brag, but I have a gigabyte worth of stuff in here. If you guys don't know about Photoshop packs, that is quite a bit of editing material. So yeah, after you guys go ahead and render out those 2 things, go ahead and just create a new, new Photoshop page, whatever you want to call it. And I make mine 2560 by 1440 just to get the highest possible resolution. You guys can go ahead and do 1920 by 1080, whatever. Doesn't really make a difference. Just up to you as long as it's above 1920 by 1080. Let's go ahead and import your two Dujamohas, two images. And as you guys can see right there, they are in Photoshop. We're just going to go ahead and take those and actually center those. Actually, really quick, let me get my rulers. Nope, that's not right. God dang it. Are you serious? Come on, let me snag that. There we go. Okay, right there's the middle. Is it not going to do it? There it is. No, that's not the middle. I can promise you that's not the middle. Right there. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and center these objects for the most part. Right there. Boom. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the body and mirror it across like I said because we couldn't actually mirror it across in Cinema 4D. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the width to negative 100%. I'm just going to align this according. That looks... Hold on, wait. I kind of want them to overlap just a little bit. I don't know where to make this overlap to because I'll just wing it. Good enough, right there. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and enlarge this, do whatever you want. I kind of like this size right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a color correction. I actually really like these colors, but I feel like some color correction could help out from my pack. So I'm just going to copy this over to here. Alright, so let's see what some of these color corrections do. And this is where it just kind of gets into personal preference and whatever you want yours to look right. See, now that looks sweet. But we're just going to go ahead and still just mess around with a few. See what we got going on here. I think the first one's going to be our best bet, honestly. Or not the first one, but near the beginning. That looks kind of sweet. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on in the middle, though. That one's pretty sweet, too. Yep, we're going to go with the deep sea blue. I'm just going to go ahead and delete these to save the size on this PSD. If you guys want this PSD, it'll be available down in the description. And if you guys want this desktop background, I'll leave a link down where you can just save it up, Google Images or whatever. There we go. Delete layers. Okay, so now it's just kind of where you get into, like I said, whatever you want to put in the background. If you guys want to add a gradient, you guys can go ahead and just add a new layer and create a shape on it and add a gradient. It's pretty much whatever you guys want to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and mess around with this, do a little speed art montage thingy, and yeah, I'll show you guys the finished product.
In the wild, there is no healthcare. In the wild, healthcare is, ow, I hurt my leg. I can't run. The lion eats me, and I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead. I'm the lion. You're dead.